Hi there. Let's get in the Word. I'm in Mark chapter 1 again, verses 16 through 20. And as he walked by the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and Andrew, his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. Then Jesus said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you become fishers of men." They immediately left their nets and followed him. When he had gone a little farther from there, he saw James, the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, who were also in the boat mending their nets. And immediately he called them, and they left their father Zebedee in the boat with the hired servants and went after him. Good stuff. Today, we're going to investigate how Jesus used family as his mission. So if you rewind a bit, Jesus was actually abandoned by his family because he said, "Come follow me." Um, Up until then, his family had been carpenters and in the building business, and everyone in his house worked towards the business of building. And Jesus kind of flipped everything up on its head and said, "Wait, let's not do this anymore. Let's go save souls." And his family thought they were crazy, that he was crazy. See, back then, what they had was these homes called oikos. And oikos were big square compounds that only had one entrance into the compound. The center was a courtyard where everyone came to eat and gather and do their washing. It was like the family room, right? Big center, open roof. Um, all around the outsides, there were no windows on the outside, but there were rooms all on each corner and in between. And what they would do is the grandma and the grandpa would have a room, and the aunt and uncle would have a room, and the children, as they grew up, they would get married and they would have a room. And so you end up having this huge extended family all living in this compound with a gate shut to keep them in and keep others out of this fortress. And they would have rooftops on the outskirts so that um, you could go up onto the roof and use that as additional living space. So everyone that lived in an oikos, this home, this household, all would work towards the same goal. And for Jesus's family, it was carpentry. Um, and so when Jesus said, "I have a new mission and I have to go on this mission and I want you to come with me," his family genuinely thought he was crazy. Even Mary, who immaculate conception and knowing that she had raised the savior, even thought that he was. That's interesting to me. So Jesus set out to look for a new family, to look for a new extended family. He knew that he could not be on mission alone and that he needed a crew to go with him. And so he called his 12 disciples specifically to come with him. Um, he knew who he was going to call. They were people of peace to him. They were people that listened to him, that liked him, that wanted to serve him and follow him, that respected him. And so he created a new oikos with his disciples. And so, looking at our own lives, we have choices in who we surround ourselves with. Our family might be chosen for us in a lot of ways, but we can look at our extended family and who we allow into our household, and who we invite into our household, and who we go on mission with. So, today, um, you kind of might look at being on mission as something you do. It's either you have family or be on mission, you have family and be on mission, or you have a family that is on mission. If you're trying to balance having family or being a disciple and a follower of Christ that goes out and follows the great commandment that says, "Go make disciples of all nations," you're going to get very, very torn between your own household and going out on mission. The other option is doing it together, both family and mission. And that could mean, like, okay, I have my home life and then I have my ministry life. I have my work, my family, my social network. This is family. But then there's ministry also. And I got to tell you, you burn the wick at both ends, and there is extreme exhaustion. Something's got to give, because either the ministry is going to suffer or your family's going to suffer, and you're going to feel torn in two. The option, if we follow after Jesus, is he actually created family on mission. He surrounded himself with people who were all going on the same journey as him, that they were all steadfastly going to go and make disciples of Jesus. And so, what does that look like today for us? So we have our households, and it's very, very easy to just be with us in our own homes and take care of our homes and take care of our own families. And when we have holiday gatherings, we know who we're inviting. It is those relatives that we're inviting, right? Um, but what does it look like if you flip that upside down and look at it as our home is an opportunity to be on mission for Jesus? So there's a really cool way of looking at your surroundings and saying, okay, who around me is a person of peace? Who would be on mission with me? And it could be reaching out to a place where you're already at. Let's say you've got music practice, or you've got dance practice or football, looking around at where you already are and saying, what are the needs and who are the people that are willing to fill those needs with me? Um, so that's kind of how Family on Mission is created. You find a group that is willing to do the same thing as you. You open up the doors of the oikos. That's what Jesus did when he was there and he was teaching. He opened wide those gates and filled it with so many people that when somebody wanted to get in with a lame person that need healing, they had to climb the roof and take the roof apart and lower him down, because Jesus blew those doors wide open and said, come into my safe place. Come into the place where I live and sleep and eat and see what my life is like and how I follow Jesus. It means being vulnerable. But you know, the awesome thing is there's power in vulnerability. There is so much to be said about letting others see what your life looks like as you walk closer to Jesus. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to be that you're following after him, like a sheep after a shepherd, and you say, come, follow me while I follow Jesus. That is family on mission.